Two are things you can easily Google online and find them. They are not really far, they are not difficult to get them, you know. I will probably put some links on our YouTube channel so that people can actually have a look at them. So thank you so very much for tuning in. There is another aspect of all these which we haven't talked about, which is the intensification of these attacks, which turned into a full-scale attack on churches and Christians this time around, not just because of political things, but because of that ethnic expansion and religious expansion, which has taken a dimension that I personally believe, and many other people believe, that it is a genocide of Christians in Nigeria. When President Barack Obama was the President of the United States, and Hillary Clinton was his first Secretary of State, it was at that time that Boko Haram, the terrorist organization, was growing, getting funding from abroad, and beginning to actually have a bearing on the ground. They began to carry out attacks against churches in many places and attack Christians on a very large scale. And intelligence, in fact, the U.S. intelligence community, the Nigerian intelligence community, and other intelligence communities really began to speak out. Nigerian politicians, the Christian Association of Nigeria began to speak out, and I believe the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria began to speak out against these attacks. This was becoming unusual. It wasn't easy. It wasn't just mere religious crisis. It was a full-scale attack. However, the State Department under Hillary Clinton declined. They declined to take action. Even from some sources that I read, even the CIA warned the State Department and wanted them to declare that Boko Haram was a terrorist organization. However, Hillary Clinton, the Secretary of State, declined along with Barack Obama. So even when Boko Haram launched a shocking attack on the UN headquarters in Abuja, the UN Nigerian headquarters in Abuja, blew up the building, killing many people, one of the Boko Haram suicide guys drove in a car packed with explosives. It was massive. Yet, the Secretary of State, with her boss, Barack Obama, he refused to declare that the terrorist organization was a terrorist organization. They kept claiming that they were a charity organization. And by doing that, Boko Haram continued to get its funding. There are accusations that the Clinton Foundation was receiving donations from some of the sponsors of Boko Haram. It is not far-fetched to say that there is no way that Boko Haram, at the level in which they were operating, getting explosive and carrying out daring attacks even on UN building in Nigeria, there is no way anybody can convince me or convince people that the United States and United Nations had no idea who was sponsoring Boko Haram and that they didn't understand what Boko Haram was doing. They had a great idea what was going on. But I believe that they were dragging their feet because there was something that they were gaining. A lot of accusations came that Boko Haram, the financiers, were actually donating to the Clinton Foundation. And of course, some of the people who were key had an idea what was going on. Yet, they didn't. In fact, after the September 11 attack in Benghazi, Libya, if you remember, there was an issue of $6 billion ammunition that was stolen. How does on earth that somebody steal ammunition, arms, weapons worth $6 billion? It's not true. It's impossible. However, some of these arms turned out in the hands of Boko Haram. You cannot tell me that the U.S. State Departments have no idea what was going on. I mean, if people like us who have no intelligence, we know what happened, then the U.S. intelligence communities and the State Departments was well aware what was going on. And so it went on, right on until, in fact, I think that until Hillary Clinton, the first tenure, Obama's tenure was over, I think it wasn't yet declared I think until John Kerry or somewhere around there. John Kerry came and just carried on the same soft treatment of Boko Haram. In fact, President Obama took a different turn. His turn was that Nigeria, if they needed help, they needed to change their stance on gays. What has gay rights with terrorist attacks attacking Nigeria? Is that how they treat the Palestinians? When have they demanded that the Palestinians treat gays differently before they receive any support? Well, they won't. They won't. Nigerian Christians didn't really matter to Obama and didn't really matter to the Democratic Party when they were in power. Of course, and Joe Biden was the vice president, so he was part of it. I remember when President Goodluck Jonathan asked the U.S. To sell them arms so they can combat Boko Haram. And they used a flimsy excuse of poor human rights abuses with the Nigerian military. So they will not sell arms to the Nigerian military because of human rights attack. And my question is, why were they selling arms to Pakistan, giving aid to Pakistan? You want to talk about human rights and you're talking about Pakistan? You want to talk about human rights and you're talking about the Palestinians? No, that was just rubbish. It was absolute rubbish. In fact, when the famous or the infamous Chibok girls, when they were adopted, 300 plus girls were adopted, President Obama declined to help Nigeria to locate them because Nigerians' stand on gays was not favorable to the Obama administration, and yet they were playing lip service out there. Michelle Obama was holding, bring back the girls. But they didn't mean it. They had no intention of helping Nigeria. And lastly, the last straw that broke the camel's back was that President Obama, through his Secretary of State John Kerry, kept undermining the government of Goodluck Jonathan. Every time John Kerry came to Nigeria, and he came many times, he would not even inform the Nigerian president that he was coming to the country. Can you imagine that? The Secretary of State of another country coming to the United States to carry out business without even informing the U.S. that they were coming to town. Well, they kept doing that, undermining the government of Goodluck Jonathan. And he will come and see all the Sultan of Sokoto. He will go and see the Emir of Kano, all the top Muslim leaders, and communicating with them and discussing the vision of the United States with Muslim leaders. And not even discussing to the government of Nigeria what was going on. There is nothing else you will tell me other than it was a regime change. They wanted to change the regime. They wanted to put who they wanted. Lastly, when the election came up, of course, David Axelrod, who was a campaign chairman of Hillary Clinton, was sent to Abuja on taxpayers' funds to help organize and lead the Muhammad Buhari campaign. And of course they did. And when it was looking like Buhari wasn't going to win the election, they threatened Barack Obama himself, of course, threatening Goodluck Jonathan. All these things I'm saying are not conspiracy theories. You just get Goodluck Jonathan's book, Transition Hours, and you will see all the details are there, and threatened Goodluck Jonathan that if there is any violence, they are going to hold him responsible for war crimes. Of course, Goodluck Jonathan is not a warrior. He has no military experience. He is just a calm man, and he just decided to concede that he lost the election, but absolutely he didn't lose the election, and he had every reason to contest the election and stand. Muhammad Buhari came into power, and then the bloodshed began. Not just that Boko Haram grew stronger, but Muhammad Buhari's ethnic group, the Fulanis, began a massive, large-scale, brutal, murderous campaign where they travel from village to village, from town to town, and they slaughter Christians like animals. They literally hold Christians and slaughter them with knives. And that's exactly what's happened. They are well armed with AK-47s, and all the Nigerian police are disabled because the police are federal police. And we will come to that. I believe that this week we'll talk about that. But this week the focus is self-defense. And I tell you, I believe that you were able to follow me. If you didn't, you can check our YouTube channel, Global Impact with David Makwel, on YouTube, and you will see, probably replay this show. I believe it's there. I don't know about the quality, but I believe it's there. and you will be able to see this, watch this again, follow the points step by step. This is the foundation of what we'll be talking about throughout this week. I believe that you enjoyed the show, and I will be right back after this break. I'll be right back.
Everything that's reported on television isn't always true, but it should be. NTD, the power of truth. Now available 24/7.
Dreams are potential seeds. They need someone to believe in them. They need someone to finance them. And they need someone to embrace them. Partner today with the World Mission Center, Abidjan, the Ivory Coast, and help us win Africa for Christ. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Our email is scrolling down the bottom of the screen. You can drop us a mail and let us know what you think about these issues. Do you agree with them? Did you hear anything new? Are you blessed by it? Do you want to do something about Nigeria? But we want to really urge you to pray. Pray for Christians in Nigeria. They are helpless. There's nothing like a constitutional right to carry in Nigeria. So you are at the mercy of the state. And all Nigerian police are not state police, they are federal police. So if a Muslim is in power, he decides whether the police act on an intelligence or not. And that has been part of what has been happening in Nigeria. It's been terrible. So I really want you to pray for Nigeria. Nigeria needs your prayer. God bless you. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. And we will see you tomorrow again. Have a good, pleasant evening. Thank you.